Q's nervous. Q's nervous. Ready?
Palms are sweaty.
Four. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the EG Pot of Thunder with your boy, the young light-skinned Key Sweat. And to my right, my guy has returned, Elray _ Jetson.
What up? What up?
The young Charles Barkley has returned. And the family edition right here. We got to my left, my direct left, my guy PVD versus everybody. My guy Chris Simons.
What's good? And
all the way to the left, right? All the way to the left. All the way to the left. My guy Miyamo Q has made his podcast debut. Technically, you guys both have made your podcast debut. You are a lost episode. So So Q, why is it taking you so long to come on? Were you nervous? Do you have the nerves?
Nah, man, a heavy work schedule keeps me busy, you know what I'm saying? So it's fun to be out here with the cuz, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Big L over there. Had to jack the hat for today.
Wait, say his hat was crooked, he said?
Nah.
Don't start.
Yeah, so I was asking, so like nerves. So like you guys obviously all grew up together. So like were you guys ever was there ever someone like when you guys were younger who had like the nerves? It was like the little the scared cousin, or you guys all just who was the leader? I guess I'm trying to say is was it L? Was it Q? Was it Chris? Or you guys was all just being a badasses together? No?
I feel like
was it Paulie?
I don't know, because technically like we grew up together, but like we were around each other for periods, and then there was periods we didn't see each other because Q was in Ohio and we were here.
Yeah.
So so it's kind of hard to say. It was more so like obviously me and Chris were brothers and we grew up together, so like it was us two, and then like. You know, it's crazy. Q actually remembers a lot of stuff from when we were mad young more than like anyone. So he'd be like, "Yo, remember that one time we did this, and that?" I'd be like, "My nigga, I have no idea what you're talking about." And it'd be a picture of it, exactly what he was talking about. Exactly. And I'd be like, "Bro, that's crazy that you remember that because I didn't even know this happened."
You're like, "Yeah, right." Q's just trying to fit in. He's just making shit up to fit in with this Ohio kid.
Nah,
like,
he remembers. He remembers. That's the crazy part. I'd be mind blown because I'm like, yo, I had no idea that even happened.
Would you have a good like a picture perfect memory, Q? Like that, like a trait of yours?
Yeah, I like to think so. Yeah,
when it comes to certain things, I'd be like, because now
numbers and shit we did as kids.
I'd be like, bro, remember that time we did this like a week ago? He'd be like, huh?
The short term is fuck.
Long term, A-word.
Short term dementia when he needs, or if he's like, Q, where's my money at? I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? What?
So so we just said that Ohio. So people tuning into this, they may not know. My guy Q is not a Rhode Islander. You know, this podcast is based on Rhode Island. He is from Ohio. So what made you even take the journey to Rhode Island?
Fam, bro. Fam is huge. I came out here for a job. I don't really want to talk too much about that, but
yeah,
we're here.
We here now. So yeah. So what? You was lonely growing up in Ohio? Like, would you guys have a big family? What's going on there?
Nah, most of my family's out here. So every summer we come out here, kick it with the fam for a couple of weeks, and head back out. But I always had a good time out here, so I figured I'd come back.
Well, what a lot of people don't like Rhode Island, or like, oh, Rhode Island's so small, I don't want to come out here. Mm-hmm. So what made you like take the journey? Like, is this just like obviously family, but what intrigued you other than family? Like, because that's a big journey. A lot of people want to move somewhere and they don't do it though.
I'm gonna be honest, it was really just family because I never really spent that much time out here. But
not that
I lived in Ohio for 25 years, so seeing something new was always nice. If you guys went to Ohio right now, you'd be like, oh, this is great. But to me, it's like I've been there, done that.
Shit. Bro, I don't know, bro. I went to Ohio one time for Brandon's football camp, and that shit sucked. That shit sucked. Fucking Canton, Ohio, it was the most boring shit of all time. Probably one of my worst trips. I'm not even going up front. It was horrendous.
Canton, you got to go to Columbus.
What's good in Columbus?
Oh, it's the cap. Got O State out there. Big shouts out to OH. You know that. 614, all that. But So you coming over here? So what's like the family dynamic growing up? Like, do you guys ever go visit Q in Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our first time actually being on an airplane. I believe the first time to Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some years ago though. So. Since then, I've been.
Was like a family reunion?
Yeah, every year we do a family reunion, and they would move it like every year it's somewhere different. So it'd be like we do Ohio. I think we did we probably did Maryland one year.
Yeah,
I feel like
why Maryland?
Because family in Maryland. Yeah, I feel like for some reason in my head I picture Jersey, but I could be making that up because I remember Six Flags.
I remember a trip somewhere.
So
I think it was Jersey though.
I feel like it was Jersey because I remember going to Six Flags.
Yeah.
So there was that. And then they would do it here in New Hampshire because we have family in New Hampshire. So like every year they pick somewhere different. But I just always remember like when we would link up, it would always be mad fun. Even when we were kids, you don't even know. You just see one of your cousins that you know you have a good time with, and it's like you just have the time of your life.
Yeah, I remember being back in the like, can't wait for the summer, finna ball on L and Chris. And I see him.
Cappington.
Chris laughed pretty hard. I don't know. What was that? You guys the same team, or you guys going against separate teams there? Was the Q squad, the Q's Ohio squad versus the Rhode Island Simons?
I got videotape for the last time. He's
Oh,
balling
that's
out here in the
different.
backyard.
Don't do that.
I ain't gonna bring it out that.
And our defense, I had a lot of Patron in me at that time.
Big facts.
Yeah, and we were playing against my younger brother DJ, who's a college athlete, and you know he's got a lot of less miles on the knees. So,
So I'm assuming Elray lost. The way you're talking.
It wasn't pretty.
I threw up after. Let's put it that way.
So you guys talking about like family reunions and stuff like that. That's intriguing. We never really talked about that in the podcast before. I feel like is that like more of like a black family thing? Like I have so many family parties, but it's never like one dedicated family reunion. I've never had a family reunion in my life. You guys talking about you guys go to Jersey, Maryland. Is that like a big thing amongst your family?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like it's weird because I feel like it's less now, which I feel like it should be more now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like it was big because I remember like it being a thing. Like your parents take the time off. Like you're literally traveling, whether it would be driving or whether it would be taking an airplane to go like see your peoples that you haven't seen. Like, and that, you always look forward to it for sure.
So our generation's getting fucked up by not wanting to be around the family.
Yeah, no, I still feel like COVID fucked up a lot of things for a lot of people.
That
So,
too.
I mean, like, it's our generation now. We kind of got to lead that if we want to make shit happen, then make plans and everything.
Yeah, because as you guys know, and I've talked about it plenty of times on the podcast, my family is huge. And a couple of my cousins, you know, amongst my age, are like obviously in our mid-30s and stuff like that now. We are talking about how we don't have like any more like family Christmas parties, which we always used to have. And it's like, that's actually kind of like our responsibility at this point.
Yeah.
Because we don't think about it. It's like when we were younger, they're probably our age taking control of these parties.
Yep.
And I was talking about my cousin Junior. He's like, bro, we need to start doing this more. Like, I feel like me and you are kind of like the, you know, people who get people together. We need to do that more often with our family. I feel that's like a lost art with people like Q was saying in our era.
No, 100%.
Definitely. I feel like every family has like those glue pieces that, you know, sort of bring people together regardless of what the setting is or, you know, what kind of emotions are going around or anything like that. So that's always important for family for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy now you think about it. It's like, damn, I need to do it like next week. I'm gonna have April Fool's birthday party.
Everybody just come over.
It really does though, because you're like, all right, I'm just waiting for it to happen. Then you realize you're at the age where like you're the group that has to make it happen, or it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like the older, like our parents are still around, thankfully. But like at some point, they're gonna get to the point where they're probably not gonna want to be planning and putting that stuff together. So like it really is like we're at that age now where it's like, all right, we got to start like at least attempting like to start the process. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of effort in it, not like, so you're gonna let me know when the family reunion is, type of thing.
Yeah, I'll get back to you. Yeah, maybe.
Mom's the 75. Like,
Yeah. So come on, you didn't tell me when the family reunion was.
Have you guys had a family reunion like recently?
What was the one that wasn't like how recently was that? The one that was in Rhode Island, but like on the beach.
yeah, that might have been like 3,
Was that 4
years?
Before COVID, for sure.
Damn.
Was it
been a
before COVID? Oh, it was before COVID. Yeah.
And before that, you guys were doing like yearly ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. So who were planning it? Was it like Dana planning those things? I feel like Dana would have a blast planning those things.
No,
Absolutely not.
definitely
not.
He's still the glue though.
He is
Sorry,
one of the big glue pieces.
Yeah.
for
Is
sure.
it Dana's side or is it your mom's side or is it like both? Is it like
Dana side?
Dana side, yeah.
so? How's that like dynamic work? So like obviously Dana's side, like does like your mom invite all her family too, or is it strictly just Dana's side? So like, just like your father's side.
It's Dana's side.
It's been pretty much determined by like the location and stuff. When it's close by, then it's like I think there was a few times we even had like a family reunion, but even then, you're there for a week or so before, so you're still having cookouts and things like that. So we've held functions at our backyard and things like that. So, you know.
Mr. Johnson over there, Mike.
Yeah,
Club
you
Yorkshire.
know it's lit.
Shout out to Club Yorkshire.
Uncle Johnson, you know.
So what's like that dynamic there? Like with like, is it a big deal if you were like to bring a girlfriend to a family reunion?
Yes
You guys made
and no.
Q made a side right there. What's that, Q?
Because there's a better question. Has anybody done it yet?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, to some degree, but usually you don't bring like a new one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Like it's not like let me show face at the family reunion.
I mean, especially I feel like with black families, it's like you give them a warning before. It's just like, yo, you might see something, you might hear something, but it's up to you if you want to attend or not.
No, you know what it is though, because they be mad if you like bring someone new. They be mad, nice. They be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Soon as you turn your back to me, who the fuck?
Who the fuck this motherfucker?
Yeah, they're like, and then they be like, I ain't even that
potato
cute.
salad.
Q, what's your thoughts? Are you like nervous to bring a girl, or does it have to be someone you're really, really fucking with?
I gotta be fucking with a heavy. She gotta be
To pull up on the fam, yeah.
She gotta be bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's like you bringing it home to the fam. It's judged off rip, bro. You gotta come correct.
Was like, do you have like a minimum like time period, or just like you can meet someone? Minimum time period, or is it just like you're fucking with them heavy? It doesn't matter.
That's a year in thing at least. You know? And just be coming around with some 3-month rule type.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna work.
It's like,
I feel like, especially with your guys, well, you know, your uncle, their dad, Danny's gonna be grilling them. They're gonna have that. Do you give them like anybody you've talked to? Have you given them like that warning, like, hey, if you're gonna meet my dad, you're gonna have to be prepared?
yep.
Always.
Yeah, half the time, like,
There's no way of explaining it though.
Like,
yeah,
yo,
no.
you don't
It
hold
just,
his tongue. Just let it be what it is.
yeah. It just happens. Yeah, like Dana will pull up on you, and you won't even know it, but you were with Shorty, and then it's just like it's happening, and then after they're just like, and you're like, nah, chill. Like it's just like that.
He
Like
just-
that's
yeah.
just him. Like you gotta explain it to him.
Have you ever been like nervous to bring a girl around, Dana?
Nah.
I wouldn't say nervous.
No.
You just like know because we're used to it. We grew up with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we're used to it. But nervous, you just know he's gonna be like, "Who's your mother?
Yeah,
Where's your father from?
Well,
Where's your father from? Where'd you go to school?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all those type of things.
He's a pretty intimidating dude if you don't know him.
If you don't know him, yeah, you would look at him and you'd be like,
No, it's like-
Meanwhile, you can't take that man serious for nothing.
It's like getting a background check on the spot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's-
saying? It's like
that is the perfect way to describe it.
by a state trooper. You're just on the spot, like whole fucking interview. Like,
Obviously, it's like intimidating and stuff like that. But obviously, you guys have been around him your entire life. I'm not sure like what's their dynamic when you were younger. Like now, though, like do you appreciate him being like that with you guys? Like that's that you're like, oh damn, this dude cares about me a lot, and this like it kind of makes you be like the adult you are now and father you guys are. You guys are all fathers.
Yeah, 1,000%.
sure.
1,000%. Yeah, I feel like as a kid growing up, it's tough because obviously he's technically not like me and Chris's like biological dad, but like he's been there from like day one.
yeah.
So, and for the longest, me and him used to clash all the time. Like me and him had murder beef. Like we did not get along. Like I remember telling him like, "You're not my father." Like all that like typical like
Stepdaddy
stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And then like now that I'm older, and me and him have had this conversation where it's like I wouldn't be who I am or like the father I am without him. You know what I'm saying? He's my example of like what a dad is, someone that provides. And for someone to provide for like kids that technically aren't his, you know what I'm saying? Like that says a lot about the type of man he is. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. It takes a big shoes. Like you can't fill those shoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you appreciate all the little things he does. And at the time you might think like, oh damn, like he's on my case all the time. Like, but realistically, over the time, you start to realize, like, that's love. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's always caring, even if it's, like, a small mess up or anything like that. It's somebody who's noticing and who's going to call you out on it to be better.
Yeah, obviously you guys are obviously very similar in age. Did you guys used to like go like together, like in your room, be like, this fucking guy doesn't leave me the fuck alone. Like you guys are like ganging up on him.
Yeah. Like I said, it was one of those things where like props to him because it was me, him, it was my older brother Paulie, and Paulie gave him a run for his money too. Like we all like were tough. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough to like come in, have 2 kids of your own, and then helping like raise three boys. Like that's like a whole separate job in itself.
Definitely.
And the whole time we're being like fucking asshole kids, and he has our best interests at heart. Like you get what I'm saying? It's tough to like it's tough to put into words, but like you can never take that like for granted. No. I'm super grateful for those experiences and like the relationship we've built now.
Do you guys ever like double team like on purpose? And you're like, you know what? Let's make his life hell this week.
No, I don't know if we ever like sat down and like planned it. It was just one of those things where it was like, fuck this guy.
I'm gonna distract and pop his tires. Quick.
We've all had our moments, like I said. It's just been like different situations and things like that. Like when he first used to come around, I used to growl at him like I was a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like anywhere, just like even hearing that now is just hilarious to me. But
so like being the outside looking in, Q, because you are his nephew, correct?
Correct.
So like when you're seeing that, are you like that new family? Are you like, damn, these kids aren't taking my uncle for granted, or did you take him for granted? Like, were you like, oh, Chris and Elray acting like assholes to him, or did you not even know that from being in Ohio?
Yeah, I didn't really know because I put my uncle on the pedestal all the way up here. You know what I'm saying? He's like a father to me too. So to hear like, oh, you know, Elray and Dana squared up the other day, or Chris don't want to listen, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, all right, whatever. You know, I'm back here. I got my own stuff going on. And, you know, when you're kids, you act like that because you don't know any better. So
yeah.
So same thing to you then. So like you said, you put him on a pedestal. So like, is that someone you looked up to and like inspired to be, or like use him for like motivation and stuff like that, even to like this day?
100%. Always thought he was the smoothest dude I ever met. So
yeah.
I was trying to be like him growing up. 100%, bro.
So it's easier on your... What you say?
Fresh clothes, clean whip.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Bad shorty, something crazy like that. You know, it's just, hey.
So like
he was the one for me.
It's kind of like the opposite for you. So you kind of not saying you guys didn't respect him, but you always had that him like on the pedestal. So you're like always trying to beat him. You're not trying to be like, oh,
yeah.
fuck this
I
dude.
had the weekend dad. You know, he comes around when he comes around. Oh, shoes it's the big whip with the big wheels.
Yep.
It's everything. You know, so.
So do you kind of like use him as a person to be as a father as well?
100%. Yeah, I never seen and as a husband, as a man, you know, every aspect of it, he's a solid dude.
Yeah, I feel like Dana never gave you like any type of bad advice. You know what I'm saying? He's been through, you know, things himself. So any type of advice, you kind of take it and, you know, run with it.
You may not want to hear it, but
no.
He's the one that tells you the shit that you don't want to hear.
Yeah,
for sure. He won't sugarcoat it, and he's definitely the one. But it's crazy because when there's like the most, like say the smallest inconvenience, he's the first person I call every time, bro. It doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. I get into a car accident, I get pulled over, like it doesn't matter what it is. Like the first person I call. Yeah. No hesitation. I don't even think about it.
Exactly. You know, you still reference on
everything. Everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if you die at your job,
let him know.
Put his number right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
He's one of those people too. It can be like 4:00 in the morning. He's gonna pop up. What.
Yeah. When he's definitely like the person you can call no matter. The problem is when he goes to sleep, his phone isn't next to him. You know what I'm saying? So like you can call him at 4 a.m. When he sees it, he'll call you right back immediately. But he's definitely the person that you call no matter what. He'll be there in a heartbeat. Doesn't matter if you need a ride to Boston, if you need, you know what I'm saying, any of those type of things. Oh, like I'm trying to find a job. Like you know what I'm saying, like that type of thing. He always wants to help someone,
and he'll be upset if he's not the first person you call.
Exactly, 100%. You'll be like,
you ain't just call me. I would.
You'd be like, yo, I'm going to New York. I'm going on the train. He'd be like, why don't you tell me? I would have got you on the train for free. Remember that time we were sprinting on the train?
It was like Mission Impossible. We're like literally running through New York. Like fucking Elray's on phone. Like, where you at? Take a left now. What the fuck? Like literally, it's like ultimatum. Like someone's like watching like birds. Like take a left. What the fuck? And Elray's like sprinting with 3 bags. We're like, what the fuck?
Remember we jumped out the Uber early because I don't know what was going on, but there was mad traffic. And I call home dude and he's like, yeah, no, you gotta go. Like, nah. I'm like, bro, we gotta jump out the whip right now.
Bro, it was like Eagle Eye. That was the movie, Eagle Eye. This guy is like, yo, take him now. I was like, what the fuck? Hop in that one. Now the carriage. To your left, right now.
Not that one. This one, right?
Exactly like that.
And we come and it's like, are you Jim? Yeah, I'm Jim. Sit down. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, you guys see some Puerto Rican dude on the third train. Like, what the hell?
Don't sit next to him. Sit the row behind him. And you're
Get to the train, the third car. He's gonna be in
it
seat
was
number
exactly
3.
like that. It was exactly like that.
Having
No
his
bullshit.
coffee.
100%.
That shit was mad funny.
It's crazy how he's like that dude, because even that one time, I'm not sure if obviously Q wasn't there, but this was like early college where we went to get maybe like spikes or some Chinese food like at 2 o'clock in the morning. And remember that trooper pulled us over? Like right near you guys' house, and then we called Dana. He pulled up.
yeah.
And was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then the dude was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Yeah.
yo.
No, these your kids. Yeah.
Yep, pull up quick, no hesitation. That's what I'm saying. He's literally the first. Like, oh shit, any small inconvenience. All right, yo, this is going on. He don't even ask questions.
Yeah, no.
You just
talk
pull up.
about it later. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the mayor.
He's the connect. You know?
He's like the behind the scenes plug. Like he's like everyone knows. You'd be like, oh, Dana Swift, and they'd be like,
Oh, Smitty's your dad. Smitty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know Smitty. Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny. Isn't that one? Do you guys think it's weird? I've heard this multiple times because obviously we all went to the same high school and he was a coach there. So like a lot of our female friends would be like, even to me, like, oh,
He's
you
so
know, Dana,
handsome.
he's so handsome. Like,
Yeah, all the time.
like-
All the time. But that's what Q said. That's what Q said. Yeah.
Facts.
He holds himself well. I've heard it from multiple people. I have a coworker that was like, I remember your mom and your stepfather used to come into the supermarket all the time. And I just used to be like, oh, he's so handsome. And I'm like, meanwhile, I'm there ripping out fucking pages and magazines for cheat codes to video games.
Right.
But didn't
Going to the
distract him.
magazine aisle, nobody looking. Right?
Yeah.
Chris, watch that way.
It's like, I didn't think it was stealing.
It's weird to give my dad too. A lot of my female friends in middle school, high school, be like, oh, your dad's hot. I'm like, what? Like that's like it's an odd dynamic, and you're like, okay, well,
Yeah, you're like,
sure.
because you don't look at them in that aspect.
No.
You're just like, I know he's not an ugly dude. Like I look at him like he can dress well. Like he can dress well in a suit. When I see that man tuck his shirt into his jeans,
Tuck the polo
I be
shirt
like,
into
bro,
the shorts.
come on,
with the high
man,
socks.
come
and
on,
White socks.
yeah. I'd be like, come on, man, with his crease down the middle of his jeans. I'd be like, what the fuck we got going on here, bro?
looking like Michael Jordan.
You gotta iron them shits. Yo, that is it. That's the nail on the head right there. It's the Michael Jordan style right there.
Yep, he be stepping in them Cortez's high socks.
Yeah,
creasing,
best
like,
deal.
With
Yo.
the Cortez.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why you would be when Q first came around from Ohio? No matter
the shirt
what,
was
this
tucked
dude
in.
was always wearing a white long sleeve, like going out shirt. I'm like, he was always wearing that shit. Did he go like? Was that style because like kind of over Dana? I feel like every time I saw Dana, he's always like in a
was
suit.
it like that in Ohio?
Or was that like that in Ohio? Yeah, it was like the fashion to go out because you were always like dressed to impress.
That's
And
how
my
I
boy
like,
is-
that's how I like to dress. If it was up to me every day, it'd be like that.
Yeah, nah. I was
Always
like,
prepared.
I'll
T-shirt,
give Q
something.
credit. He always say like he's comfortable when he's dressed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to see my boy out here in the
fitting in right
and
now.
the West Sox fitting, I see you, bro.
Did you feel some type of way when you came to the East Coast? And you're like, because this is kind of, it's weird to me. Like, we're all into fashion. I mean, I would say, do you think that when people say that, like, we have a mutual friend, Katrina, she's like, oh, that's a New York, New England type of thing where people wear graphic tees. I'm like, no, it's not.
I feel like that's especially now.
It's like a cultural thing,
Yeah,
like a
that's
hip hop
definitely a
cultural thing. It's not
world
just a
thing.
New York thing.
Yeah.
Maybe like you're not in the hip hop culture, but it's definitely within like that culture. Like NBA, NFL players are all doing it. So like, question to Q. So like, when you coming from Ohio to New England, are you on Katrina's boat right here? Or do you think that is a New England thing?
Yeah, I kind of do. If it's not, it's done better out here because you don't see it much out where I'm from. You know, it's a different look. Every part of the world has a different look. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
See,
100%.
I'm not in that boat. I'm on the boat. I think it's a universal thing. But I mean, Katrina thinks so. You think so. I know it's different.
I think right now, we live in a world because that like social media control. So it's easy to see something internet wise and like in a travel. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think we do live in a graphic tee, cargo pants, like baggy cargo pants, sneakers, and fitted type of world right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely grown. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
no,
Yeah, 100%. I think there's people that like wear the generic stuff. Like you go to like PacSun or like Urban Outfitters and stuff like that, and that's what you choose. Some people choose the vintage route where they go like Savers and they go to a vintage shop that resells and they do it that way. But I think the overall grand scheme of it is the same idea. Like you want a vintage tee, you want the baggy cargo. I feel like the style is just more comfortable now.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I actually like that more than like the dressed up way. I support 100% like comfortable, but like I also like the dressing up when like it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Having that balance is super important.
So obviously, you were saying when you first came over Q, you were obviously wearing like the white long sleeves and going out looking, and you were looking good. I mean, absolutely, you definitely look
Still
good.
rock that long sleeve.
Yeah, but
No,
so,
it wasn't a not looking good thing.
It's
That's
not a good thing. You were always looking smooth.
my boy was always smooth.
You know, nice tailored, always looking good with the shoes, the nice pants.
Respect.
Yeah, not for sure. But now you're like, you said you're kind of doing it to fit in. Are you really doing it to fit in? Like, you feel like you're an outcast if you weren't dressing like that going out?
Absolutely not. But I feel like the things I'm doing right now don't call for me to be dressed like that at the time. So
Yeah.
I mean, so you've always been like, you never fall into like peer pressure. You're gonna do what you're gonna do.
100%.
It was always like that back in Ohio. Like, did you have anybody like? Yeah, was that always your style too back in high school? Like, you're the person you're gonna do no matter what. You're not gonna do shit to fit in.
I like to think that. But you can't help it. You know, the style is going to be the style. So,
You always
gotta
influenced
ride that
by
wave.
something.
Yeah. I remember we went fucking ETVing in Costa Rica. You're wearing Tim's.
My boy brought his Timbs to Costa Rica
The butters.
I refuse to go in the jungle without Tim's on.
with some clean butters on. My boy was on. All he was missing was a New York fitted. That's it.
But your shit didn't get dirty. My Yeezys got fucking rocked. That just got rocked.
My boy put the crepe repellent on there. And
Built up.
had them shits- that shit, they pour the juice on it and it bounce right off. That's what it did with the mud.
You had to do something. So
No, I definitely did.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even exaggerating.
I'm like, your mine just got fucking destroyed.
But the materials is different. That fabric on the Yeezys is different.
Yeah, no, it's a sponge.
Oh, it was the fucking worst. Yeah, so obviously, you said Elray's been on plenty of times in the podcast. Technically, it's your debut as well, Chris. So, you said you're into fashion. We're into all fashion together. Elray's told this story before, but where would you say you like, because, you like to dress up. You're always into streetwear as well. Where do you like credit your fashion sense to? Elray was kind of saying that, he looks up to Paulie when he was growing up. Is the same thing with you?
Yeah, pretty much. I always fed off of Paulie and Elray, you know what I'm saying? So, but I always been into like my own things. I don't mind like bright colors and things like that, you know what I'm saying? But I like to switch it up. And then, we had our years where Elray used to steal my clothes and everything like that. So just come home randomly like,
I was wearing
Sure.
whatever looked good.
But yeah, no, I like to set my own tone,
Yeah. Like I said, I think credit to my dad too. Like Iverson also was a big role when we were younger and stuff like that. Were you? Would your style get like influenced by like sports Q? I know you're not really a big sports guy. So like, were you into like in high school Q, middle school Q? Were you wearing like jerseys? Were you rocking the baggy stuff too?
Oh, absolutely. That was the swag. I had the T-Mac jersey turned around backwards. You know what I'm saying?
With the headband on.
The Jabos on.
Not the Jabos.
The Jabos. I still never seen a pair of Jabos in my life, bro. I don't know what.
Oh, that was huge out there. Man.
Were you guys wearing same thing too? Like everything matching? Like the hat to match the jersey?
of course.
Everything matched.
You had that-
We used to have mismatch day at school, and you bring in one pair of J's with the opposite color J.
Yeah.
Like the red and white 12 with the black and red 12, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yep.
So like obviously Chris and Elray, me as well, huge to NBA, NFL, stuff like that, sports. So what was it about like sports? It never caught your eye?
For me?
Yeah.
Nah, I played every sport. I don't know, watching it and then learning all the names and the stats that's a lot for me. I don't know. There's a lot. This is more shit to put on my brain, I guess.
No,
But it's real cool when I'm out and do like even these you guys are throwing out stats, this guy's doing this, he's trading here, he's going there, whatever. It's cool to be knowledgeable on certain stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm too busy focused on the females. Where they at?
I won't say all that. I say all that.
But you always a smooth guy, Q?
Opportunist.
Opportunist. Back then in Ohio too? How was Ohio high school life? Because I say over here, I mean, we all the same high school. I enjoyed my time in high school. Was it like that in Ohio was like the typical like a High School Musical scene where you guys massive high school, where you guys high school parties, stuff like that too over there? Or is it more like laid back over there?
Nah, we had high school parties. I used to like rent out the Super 8 hotel rooms and go down in there. You know.
Tellies.
Yes. Who the fuck you guys? Don't you have to be like 21 to get a hotel? You guys had a fake ID or some shit?
Not a Super 8. That's why they went to Super 8.
Get some bed bugs and you're leaving over there.
Yeah,
Nah, this was before all that.
So, do you guys get this often? When people are like, "Oh, Elray and Chris don't look anything like their brothers."
Yeah, I remember in high school, I forgot who it was, but I was like, I remember I was talking to someone, I was like, yeah, that's my brother. And it was like, what? Like, mind you, at this point, it was like May. You know what I'm saying? The school year's over. It was like, I didn't even know you were brothers. It was yeah.
I've heard both sides.
I've heard both. I've heard people say we look alike, and I've heard people say we don't look alike.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think they look alike, Chris? Q?
No, but they both look like the dad. So
in our own way,
yeah. Who's older?
me, 11 months.
Did you really not know that?
Nah, it's for the.
I mean, you never know. You never know. Q be like, "Yo, what the fuck? I didn't know that." Short-term memory. Short-term memory loss.
Long term, I'm good.
The long term, good. Short term, shit. Salute.
And we're back. Salute. Shout out clock, baby.
bros.
To family, to
Glad.
brothers.
Family.
Get it.
Glad.
Get it. Woo! So, with you guys, brothers, finally in the podcast. People who don't know your brothers, I think it's weird. People say you guys look alike. I think you guys look nothing alike.
You know what's weird? Maybe it's not weird, but I think we're both like very unique in personality, like style, like even look itself. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm more outgoing than Chris is. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like once you know Chris, though,
Then exactly.
you're in a whole different ball.
You're in a whole different ball game, but on surface level, you know what I'm saying? Chris, people just know Chris, but that nigga's voice mad deep. Like, oh,
Everybody.
Barry Manilow. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
How about you, Q, growing up? Were you always like, do you like gravitate towards one growing up? Or you're like, oh, L's like the more cool one, the more outgoing one, and Chris the quiet one? What was your like, mindset when you were growing up? Because obviously you weren't here all the time.
Nah, I mean, I fucked with them both heavy. I just remember always being like, damn, bro, I can't wait for this summer. I can go play ball at the cuz. Like, that was it for me, bro. That's all I needed.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree. You guys are definitely different, like two different people. I swear, you guys. If you didn't know you guys were brothers, you probably wouldn't even know you guys
Even
were brothers.
personality wise, I feel like we're different overall. But one thing I say about Q is I feel like his consistency for like wanting to like be around us both is the same. He'd be like, even when me and him do something, yo, what's Chris up to? You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm sure it's vice versa.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, hit up Chris. What's Chris up to? And it's like that with all of us. Like, oh, where's Paulie? Where's Courtney? You know what I'm saying? There's always all of our siblings like what they doing, like trying to get with everybody at the same time. So if he had favorites, I wouldn't know. He does a good job of hiding it.
Yeah, no, I feel like I get that every time I'm out or whatever playing basketball. So I'm, oh, how's your brother doing? How's your pops doing? You know, but
Did you like? So are you? I really don't. Oh, you do have a sister. Do you have just a sister, Q?
Two.
I have two.
Two sisters. So
Middle child, shout out to Cole.
middle child. So did you have like maybe like a willing to be around more like guys your age, like family member guys, like cousins, stuff like that? Like, because you don't have a brother.
100%. These guys are
Yeah,
the only
bro.
men in the family that are around my age. So, being able to compete, that's everything for a little boy. So, these are my guys right here. That's it.
Did you always like? Do you think you guys took it for granted, like having Paulie, having Chris? You guys have a lot of brothers and sisters. Do you guys sometimes overthinking, like, damn, like I kind of take it for granted that I have Chris. Like, meanwhile, Q's over here, like, damn, what's over Chris doing?
I don't want to say I ever took it for granted, but I feel like we grew up together. Like I said, me and Chris are literally 11 months apart. So he's born in September. I'm born in October. Our mom dressed us as twins growing up, so we would be wearing the same exact fits, the same hairstyle, all that stuff. And then Paulie would have like the offsetting outfit, so it would match with our outfit, but it was different because he was older. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't want to say I ever took that for granted, but it was definitely like different.
sure.
Yeah. I one time you guys got into a fight when I was there. It was weird as fuck. Like at one time, I don't know. It was. I think Chris was on the couch, and then like Elray pulled you off, and you're like, "Motherfucker!" You like kicked him, and then Elray got mad, and you guys were going at it. And I'm just like,
But so, Ev, you have siblings too. What's it like for you? Because you're like a good amount of years older than both.
Oh,
Casey
yeah.
and Brandon.
You know, I'm 6 years older than Casey and 10 years older than Brandon. So it was never to the point where it was like we used to like play fight like me and Casey, obviously like wrestling and stuff like that. But nothing where I was actually mad at her. So like it was never like, you know, we didn't compete in sports. She's a girl. I mean, she didn't play football. She didn't play basketball. She wasn't into anything like similar I was into at all. So it's never like we had that like friendly competition. Mm-hmm. And same thing with Brandon. I mean, at that point, I was done playing sports, so it was more like me like coaching him. Yeah. So you know, we would get into like maybe like friendly competition, like I mean, like football, like, even like playing flag football like one time. At this point, maybe it was like 11. I was like 21, so obviously he was not going to beat me, and he was getting like upset and stuff like that. He was good, but like I think it was just like the age difference where obviously he's not going to beat me, and I was just like a little like, oh, what the fuck, you're cheating, but it was never like truly like, you motherfucker. Like I'm sure when you guys are playing basketball, you guys like, you motherfucker.
We're going for each other.
We was competing to win, bro. It didn't matter.
Yeah, like so it's like we never had that like dynamic where it's like I'm truly getting into like a true competition with them because
it's different.
It's different. It's different. Like even like when he was in high school, like I think it was at that point already where like if we went one-on-one, like I'd compete, but at that point he's gonna
probably
it's
gonna
like
torture.
It's like if you guys are like playing DJ, he's gonna torture, and if you guys are really going at it.
No. I'll never admit that.
We ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah.
Too much pride.
I'm putting the shackles on.
I don't know.
We ain't making it easy.
Chris has that film. Chris has that film.
That was different.
Yeah, so I don't have that. Like I never had that dynamic. So I think it's completely different with you guys. So like when you guys are going at it, when you guys are going hard at each other.
Yeah, me and Chris were like I said, we were literally pretty much in my book the same age. So it was like neck and neck. So we were super competitive, and then we just like I felt like that brought like the best out of each other. We just was always when we played ball. Like even to this day, I'll never say Chris is better than me.
Yeah, no,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he plays now, and I haven't played in mad long, but I like in my head I'm better than Chris at basketball. But I know he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean. There's always been the comparison. Oh, I think who's better out of the two? You randomly get the question. Like,
and we play two different positions
exactly.
too.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it depends. Like we've always played one-on-ones, and it's never like, oh, we're keeping score. Like, oh, you up. No, whoever wins. Like by any means. Like,
and it would swing. It would be like he wins twice, I win twice. He wins once, I win the next one. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to measure.
Who dunked first?
Chris,
freshman year layup lunch.
Chris,
turn that shit over.
He was, so let's put it this way: he was the more athletic. He got the actual black gene in the family.
So you're saying your shot's better?
Yes, I was the finesse. I played pretty. Like I was like I wanted to look good while playing. Not saying he didn't look good, but I'm saying like my thought process when playing was always like, if I didn't look good, I wasn't playing good. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. I grew up in Rhode Island, so I'm always stick him in the paint. He's the tallest on the court.
He's literally
put him over there.
He's 6'4", I'm 6'3", and they're like, he's a big man.
Put him in the paint.
I don't know, Q, who's better?
No pressure.
Who are you picking first? You're captain. You got first pick. Who you picking?
They gotta shoot for it, man.
That's the cop-out answer.
That's it.
I've never seen you play basketball before, Q. How you do?
Q, don't see my Q. Yeah, don't see my Q. Q can ball.
You're the Marcus Smart of the team.
Yeah,
Marcus
I
Smart?
feel like that's fair.
That's tough.
My boy
That's
locked down defensively. He scores on offense. Like I fuck with that.
I'm just not a fan of that.
You're not a fan of Marcus Smart. That's the problem. I am. Yeah.
Who would you compare yourself to?
I don't know. That's tough, bro.
What would you say? What Q is?
I don't know. It's a hard comparison. I just don't feel like when he's out there, he's just one of those bodies you pick up. No,
he's definitely not a pickup body.
Like,
I'm definitely. I say I'm Marcus Smart who can't shoot.
Yeah.
I mean that annoying ass motherfucker.
That's that annoying. He's a Tony Allen.
Yeah,
he's Tony Allen. He's that annoying motherfucker.
You're like, dude, he's following me. Like, no, I'm just playing good defense. That's all I can do.
Just because I'm aggressive in pickup, bro. Don't be mad at me.
Bro, that was one time, right? Me, Elray, and Brandon were at LA Fitness, and these three tall white boys came up. They're like, you guys don't play pickup? Kind of like scuffling at me and Brandon. And, we're not basketball. I play basketball. Obviously, I was on Saints team, stuff like that, but not an offensive guy. Strictly defense and can pass the ball. Brandon doesn't play basketball at all, but he's like more annoying me too because he's athletic at that point. He's in shape. So that they're all probably like what 6'3", 6'4" at that point.
Big.
They're all
They were
pretty
like
fucking
6'3",
tall.
6'. They were all at least my height.
Yeah, all of them, and we fucking beat them. They were so mad. They were so
Brandon
mad.
was knocking out threes, bro. I'm hitting step backs. I was fucking locking out, bro.
Salty.
They was heated.
No, I was stealing the balls, passing. I'm like, all right, that may. I was looking at Elray post in the paint, pass to L. I know the offense. Get the ball to Elray. Me and Brandon played defense. We passed the ball to Elray, and it worked. They were so heated.
Y'all had
so
the chemistry going.
That's it.
Yeah, it's funny when people don't understand. Like, yeah, it's funny. Even pickup's kind of weird. Even like pickup and like, I was in a flag football league one time, and there was a team full of old white dudes. And they were like undefeated.
Yeah.
Against like younger dudes. It's just 'cause they had that chemistry.
Yeah, the spark, chemistry.
They knew all the rules, every like technicality. It was so fucking annoying.
Yeah, no, chemistry is big, especially when you know what your teammates are gonna do, where they're gonna be, how to feed them, like everything. That just makes the difference,
Do you like being that one guy on the team Q when you have like Elray and Chris and DJ? You're like, oh, I'm about to have a squad tonight.
You know what's great? Yo, we've never played on like
all
one
four
team
of us?
together.
No.
Yeah, that would be.
Three of us, but not.
That would be
Yeah,
scary. No. That would be really scary, actually.
Yeah,
Sundays in Johnston, man. Let me know.
Sundays in Johnston?
Sundays in Johnston.
Where at?
At the Johnston
At the
Rec?
Rec, yeah.
Yeah.
will you be pulling up Q?
Tuesdays too.
What are we talking about, Reno? No, that's Cranston.
No, you're talking about the Johnston joint.
Yeah.
Like there's like 6 courts in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the complex over there?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had a moment though when you guys are like, yo, we them dudes, and you come up and you get busted by somebody you don't expect?
Nah, we haven't had that moment yet.
Q,
But
you have a
just-
story, Q?
Nah.
You don't have that story where there's like a Bodan Bogdanovich pulled up and you're like, this fucking
This
guy.
fucking
Yeah,
guy,
I've been that guy, but I haven't won against that guy yet.
Yeah. No, I don't feel like we've had that moment together. That shit would be funny as fuck.
Yeah, no, for real.
Because niggas would be heated. 100%. 100% heated.
Oh, I was like, fuck. I have to say one time, there was some, I can't remember. I literally had the story and I can't remember it. Yes, you guys never had a story. That's kind of. I pulled up to LA Fitness one time and Rick Alito was there, and he was absolutely.
I remember you telling me about that.
Shitting on
Of
everybody.
course, yeah.
Shitting on everybody. I saw him. I don't feel like people didn't know who he was. This dude was pulling up half court threes.
Yeah, well,
Just shitting on everybody.
Also, in his defense, a half court at LA Fitness is a regular NBA 3. So,
CYO range,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's bad. You never had to like. I remember one time I was with you in the URI and you were Henry, and I guess Henry got embarrassed, and you guys were literally just roasting his ass.
What do you get crushed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that actually. Because you know how it is with us. Like when some shit happens to you, your peoples ain't never gonna let you hear the end of it.
Yeah,
we gonna laugh. We laughing. It's not like to like. You know what I'm saying? We come from tough skin. You know what I'm saying? You have to.
Shout out to all the hood niggas and football players. That
Shout
play
out my
ball.
nigga Henry.
Yeah, you just
Heavy on the fouls.
You have to. Yeah, you have to. I remember what you're talking about, but I can't remember specifically what happened.
I think like he's like, yo, no one wants to guard him.
Oh,
So I
because he
guarded
was
him.
guarding up. Yeah, he was guarding up. Like he was the only person that was like playing heavy D, and then he got dropped or he got a bucket scored on him. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was Angel invited me right to Hendricken. It was one random day in the summer. He's
I
like,
remember
yo,
that, yeah.
you wanna pull up play some basketball? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. All these kids are D1 and D1 college level basketball players, and I'm there having like fucking ran full court in years. And I'm like, I'm gonna be that annoying dude. Nope, was not in shape at all. One dude literally hit it in and out, fucking spin off someone and then dunked. I'm like, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
And
It's
this
a
is my
wrap
one
after
thing.
that.
I came here for cardio. That's it.
bro, there's that point where I'm like, God damn, I'm so out of shape. I'm just gonna run, get the ball, pass an Angel.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
that's one of them games you just run down trailer, and nobody can feed you.
We try to do it low so no one sees you. Like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, right.
I'm open. Fuck, God damn it.
Back on defense.
Oh man. So have you guys seen The Last of Us, the TV show?
No, I've heard about it.
seen it?
I've seen a few episodes, yeah.
Yeah, cute. My boy Q don't watch shows.
I don't watch TV, man.
Let me find out.
He must have been boo loving.
Hey,
Oh,
Certified lover boy.
Interlocking toes and shit.
Not the interlocking toes.
You gotta pee on me.
Wrong drop. Wrong drop. Man, that's what he was doing at that point. I don't know. Wrong drop.
That escalated quickly.
So my question was going to be: so if you had 3 people to bring with you, Q, to the new colony, the new world starting up right now, you need 3 people to bring with you to start a new colony. Who would they be, and what is your contribution to the colony?
Time out.
Yeah, he said, "Whoa, you got mad in depth."
Shit.
First of all, like I need women. There's women there.
Yeah,
How's this
no,
work? I need women.
you might need a few in there or something.
You're starting a colony. You're going to be recruiting after that.
So I get 3 women.
If you guess, yeah, if this is what you want.
This is, all right. Give me J-Lo for sure.
She had enough. She could fight.
But can J-Lo reproduce at this age? That is the real question.
Take the chance.
You got 2 more. Who you got? You can bring in.
Give me her. I need that.
You can sing entertainment for the colony. I like that answer. You got 1 more.
Might be one of the worst entertainers.
She's not even a singer like
She's
that.
fine. You're tripping, bro.
No, she fine. That's not the debate. We're just talking talent.
Well,
But he's here for longevity. I don't know if that's a great decision for longevity. I don't know if she can reproduce anymore. But
how old is she?
Her?
J-Lo's old.
Oh, you said her.
I thought we were talking about her, bro.
Her, yeah.
Oh, you said her.
Her, yeah. He said her.
Oh, I heard her and thought you were referring to J-Lo.
Yeah.
Damn, you just make me feel
Yeah,
bad.
no.
Oh no, not at all. No,
I thought we were throwing out pronouns real quick.
This isn't that type of podcast.
Correct.
What is going on here?
Shout out to her. I love
Shout
her.
out to her.
You got 1 last one. You might need someone to fend off some intruders. I
I
don't
need somebody to fight.
know. I don't know. This is your colony, so however you want to do about it. He's like, good point. Fuck, I'm fucked.
There's no bad, strong chicks like that.
Yeah, no. You might need to
I
get
think
Serena.
like Eve or a bad
Serena.
You might need to get Serena.
Ronda Rousey. You said Eve?
Yeah,
He's a G.
Eve, right?
Eva OG and 5.
Charlie Baltimore.
Stop. Get out of here. Get out of here with Charlie B. Moore.
CB. You got 1 more, Q. So we get back to you.
I'm gonna just go with bad and give me Isabella, the light skinned joint from Rush Hour 2.
Your colony's getting fucking ransacked. I'm tying your shit up and robbing your fucking colony.
You got a whole daughter waiting.
Colony of light skins.
That colony won't be lasting long.
Q's having to force them before he dies.
That's a tough question, though. 3 chicks? Come on.
It doesn't have to be 3 chicks. It's a 3 anybody. 3 people start a new colony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yo, how are we reproducing over here? How's this?
I know. No, I
Yeah,
get.
no,
No, I feel you.
Give me pretty chicks.
But one of his first questions he asked was like, "Is there going to be women there?" You're starting, so women will come probably eventually. I would assume so. But
Oh, if women coming eventually,
then
give
you
me like-
picking up the litter, bro. Ain't no problem since J-Lo coming.
Give me 50. I'm gonna need 5th.
50 Cent?
Hell yeah.
He's a businessman. He's gonna handle business.
Give me 5th and Jada, and I'm straight. I don't even need 3.
Oh, man,
5th and Jada. I'm
dog.
out.
Who you bringing, Chris? You bringing Benny the Butcher? He's a rapper for his entertainment.
Or the PLK, you bring Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
I need some
You gotta bring
rhymes.
him in. You're gonna have an ill cipher.
Niggas can't vent for themselves, but we gonna have music.
Hold on. We gonna bring the heat. We ain't got no weapons.
So what's your thought? You're bringing some entertainers, you're bringing a fighter, you're bringing girls like Q?
I'm gonna need LeBron.
Wow.
What the fuck? You got the Harlem Globetrotters?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He gonna carry the team. You're the chosen one.
Yo, that's crazy.
Why LeBron? Why LeBron?
My man,
Cause my niggas gonna lead us to the promised land every year, bro.
that's crazy.
This is a unique island here, Reagan.
Is that Faxinato?
So you got LeBron. Who's the other two?
It's gonna be LeBron.
Well, Chris, think you got anybody in your mic? We did this before, but I think we were lit when we answered this.
I feel like I remember this question.
It is a tough question.
It's super tough.
You got to narrow it down to 2 more people.
I just wouldn't have said LeBron.
Someone said Jake Gyllenhaal before.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Because he was an actor in a movie.
Jason Statham. That's who it is.
Yeah.
That nigga's everywhere.
Keanu Reeves, he's John Wick. Just fuck it.
That's a tough
John Wick,
question,
yo.
bro. I feel like because that question's so generic, it has to be like specified. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
You
for
have
sure.
to like reel it in a smidge more.
What is the criteria we're trying to use?
Yeah, we're aiming for here.
Shit, you got 3 people in the new world. You got starting up a new world.
These people is tough.
People usually are like my wife or my fucking Q was like, fuck it, don't eat my kid. I need J-Lo.
See, that's where specifics come into play.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Facts. Like,
what are we doing here?
We talking imaginary
are we
world?
reproducing?
We talking
We fighting
imaginary
war?
world?
Someone said 2 they're 2 kittens. I'm like, what the fuck? Your shit is getting ransacked real quick.
Facts.
I'm fucking punting those cats. I'm fucking taking this shit real quick.
Meow.
Oh, I actually got one for you guys. This. Oh, let me see where this is at. I gotta find it. Fuck. Did you see Megan Thee Stallion? Her
Oh,
Yeah.
her bitch.
fat.
Homeboy
yesterday.
was like, yo.
I can't. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, looking healthier than ever.
Can
But
I
shout
get
out
to
Tory
the
Lanez as well.
yams?
Shorty was staring at center field.
Sweet
Yams.
sweet.
Show
Yo,
me
you guys
the
see this shit?
way.
Y'all like Meg like that?
Nah, not at all.
No. It depends what angle you're looking at.
No, that's accurate.
Did you see this?
Oh, Rakishi?
The Lizzo?
Oh, no.
Are you guys a fan of will Lizzo be on your island? Oh,
Nah,
Oh, no. Don't get it. Dana used to do the Rakishi. Niggas used to.
to you guys?
No,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah,
We
nah,
used to be trying to fight after watching.
Nah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yo, he got up and left after. Yo, no. Dana used to come out of nowhere when we wrestling 3 brothers in a room and try to do the Rakishi. Like, no.
That song is fire. Shout out to Uncle Charlie on the
Yeah, no, on the remix for sure.
I did ask.
I thought
Because-
it was him for sure.
Because
and then-
Fetty Wap sounded like him.
Yeah,
on this
no.
song.
Apparently, there's some other dudes that sing it too. I was like, who the fuck are these 2 guys?
And I got,
Guys, I know the Brotherhood podcast.
Wow.
The way we've been doing it, because family, and you guys showcasing. Q's been a part of your family, bringing that coming to Rhode Island to be with his cousins, and a lot of things people don't do. I feel like, and I'm not sure how your guys' dynamic is like behind closed doors, but a lot of things people don't do, especially in families. They don't like to give flowers when people are alive. So the thing on the podcast I like to do with people who are really close to each other is, give flowers while, you still can. So I'm not sure if El wants to go first because he kind of knew this was coming. You guys think about it while Elray's doing it. But yeah, El, and then, giving your flowers to Chris and Q while they're still here.
I did know this. I did not prepare for it. But Chris obviously is my brother, literally my first best friend. Like, we were 11 months apart. We were pretty much twins. So obviously I love my brother for life. And I got him through anything, everything. If I got it, he got it. And same thing with Q. Like, Q technically came later in life, but like me and Q didn't have like we were kids when he would come around, and so when he came around as an adult, right off rip we linked, and it was that was it. It was history. You know what I'm saying? I love my bro. I got him for life. Same way. If I got it, he got it, and we good for life. And I'm grateful for them. And we may not talk every day. We may not like hang out all the time just because the way life works. Everyone's got work, kids, and shit to do. But those are my bros.
Yeah, love to hear it. And me and Elray's done this. This actually, this podcast we did this to each other was in April, which of last year, which still has not dropped. I have that many podcasts at this point in time where that one's been backlogged. But me and Elray have done the flowers to each other already. So just to see a time this can go on for a little bit. I guess still thinking about it. I'll do you guys. You can still processing your thoughts. So me and Chris have it's a cool dynamic. Like we've been to high school together since 2006. We've known each other. That is literally. I feel like at this point I've known you longer than I've not known you, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've been alive, so I've known you for like what? Yeah, so for 17 years. 17 years I've known you. And before that, I was only alive for fucking 13 years. It's crazy. I've known you like more than half my life at this point, which is wild. And you don't stay in contact with a lot of people you go to high school with still. And we have like that. It's like a cool dynamic where we'll send each other those memes and we'll talk through Instagram DMs about like random stuff like basketball and like fashion and stuff like that. And I don't do that shit with everybody. And like like you send me like genuine stuff like I'm interested in. I'll send you stuff. We have that cool dynamic where we're always staying in touch. And that says something in itself because especially when people go to high school, you lose touch with a lot of people. And I'm grateful for like the cool dynamic we have, and I know you're busy with your kids and stuff like that, and your girlfriend, and it's cool. I'll be staying in touch, and I'm glad when you come around. It's always a good vibe when we're around each other, and I always wish the best for you. And like when I have parties, you always pop by. Summertime, you bring your kids to my mom's pool and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I always appreciate the dynamic, and I also wish the best for you. And it's cool I'll meet you and I'll always stay in touch through the our lives, especially after high school, and can't say that for a lot of people. Yeah. And but Q, it's crazy. I feel like you popped out of nowhere. Like one night, I was with Elray, and then he's like, "Oh, it's my cousin." I'm like, "What the fuck?" It was so weird because like me and Elray would go through like it was me. It was me and Elray for a little bit, and then like Chris would come around for a while, and we were gonna fucking talk about this in the podcast. Actually, it was Chris. I feel like it was like the first like third of me and Elray.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy would take 2 hours to get ready.
Take a fucking shot. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We'd be fucking waiting for fucking literally like 2 hours for this fucking guy to get
I
dressed.
gotta get my balls fresh, bro. I gotta make sure these chocolate salty balls are nice and prepped.
Son of a slut.
Yo, no exaggeration either. It would dead ass be like at least the minimum an hour. Be like, bro, I take long to get ready, and I'd be ready waiting for him to finish getting out the shower.
And this was like you were Brandon before Brandon, because Brandon's the same fucking way. Brandon takes an hour and a half in the shower. Like, dude, what are you doing? Jerking off? Get the fuck out the bathroom.
No, I'm very methodical with what I want to wear, how I'm gonna approach the night, and everything. So
And at that point, Chris had like a 2, so you didn't have to do your hair.
You didn't have hair.
You didn't have hair at that point. So like, what the fuck is Chris doing? Hurry up! Jesus Christ!
In the mirror, just brushing
for fucking hours at a time.
Yeah, so I think Chris was like the first, like third, and then Steve came around for a while. That's where me and Elray are closer to Steve, and Steve was at third. Then a little bit was just me and Elray for a little while. Then out of nowhere, Q came about, and it's like, where the fuck this guy come from? I know this guy before in my life, and then this is my cousin, but then you meshed in so well like immediately, and like yeah, man, like coming from Ohio, and it wasn't like forced. It wasn't like that guy when you're like, oh my god, Q's coming around. What the fuck? Yeah. Like it was always that good vibe. Like, oh, bro, this dude's cool. He's relaxed. He's chill. He's funny. He gets the vibes. And that's not easy to come by. To someone you can just fit in right away and pick up. With someone brand new. And I'm sure it's different for you to come to Rhode Island and meet new people you weren't accustomed to seeing and stuff like that. So even me and you hang out. Besides, even if Elray's not available or if, Chris isn't there, we've had times where we go on trips together. We went to Costa Rica, Cancun before. Also, my family, been to my family's house. So, I don't do that with a lot of people. So, I also have a lot of friends, stuff like that. But to go to a different dynamic where we're taking trips together, where even me and you go out to, to get dinner together, catch up, go to, we went to fucking Bristol together one time randomly and stuff like that, and going to Boston and shit like that. So, like, it's cool to have that good friendship, and I've always appreciated it. And yeah, man, always got your back no matter what. You and Chris, obviously, and Elray, and yeah, man, it's that brotherhood, and it's yeah, man, I was see you guys like one of my closest friends, and I appreciate both of you guys.
Appreciate it. Love it.
Yeah, man, I don't know who wants to go first, Chris or Q.
Oh yeah, no, so I'll go. I want to start off by saying I love everyone in this room. Each and every one of you, especially Elray, always, grew up sharing the same bed for a while, even looking up to you, you know, everything like that. You showing me the ropes, even going through high school, being known as your little brother wasn't even a big deal to me, you know what I'm saying? So always anything you need, you know I'm here for you, love you. You know, Effie opened a lot of doors for me, met a lot of people through you, always chill vibe, always welcoming, never an awkward moment. Even with Q, you know, it's just like every time I'm around my family, I'm in a different element. I'm a child again, you know what I'm saying? I could just be me, relaxed, not worried about, you know, what's going on in my life or anything like that. It's just relaxed, you know, just a vibe. I'm in the moment. I don't really care for anything else. But yeah, Effie, you know, I appreciate you for everything. Even this podcast is just putting people on, you know, what you do, bringing light to people and everything that they do on the regular that they might not even think is a big deal, but it helps a lot of other people, you know, get awareness of what's going on, for sure.
Thank you.
Even Q, you know, coming around, like I said, it's always family, it's always a vibe. It's never an awkward moment, you know, you bring out the younger me, you're just like, you know, I'm just like, all right, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always down for whatever. I've been like that my whole life. I feel like you got a plan. I'm just like, all right, what, you know, even though I have kids now and it's not as like, oh, I'm down for whatever, but
I'm still down. I just need a babysitter first.
I'm still down, but let me find a babysitter. Give me a week in advance, and I'm gonna see what I can do about it. But yeah, like I said, I love every one of y'all in this room. Appreciate everything that y'all do for me, even the smallest things. It means a lot to me. Never take that for granted.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your chorus. That was deep. Love to hear it.
Respect. Much respect.
Q, the first timer, ending off the podcast. No pressure. No pressure.
A lot of big P, pushing P right now. What's left to say? Everything's been said. You know. I love everybody in this room. You know that that's fam to the end and past that. But you know, shout out to F, because for whatever reason, L and Chris fuck with you as hard as they do. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot about who you are. So for me to come in, it's like it's water, bro. Like you already know, it's a wave. If you're cool with them, you're cool with me. So I'm gonna hold that down regardless of what happens. And yeah, man, it's much love, respect. I don't know. It's the only guys I got out here. I don't really rock with a lot of dudes. So it's like, if you see me, I know you've seen me out with these guys before. You've seen pictures on the gram, whatever it is. I'm not with many dudes. It's hard to trust guys and find good guys that are, you know, on the same wave and same page as you are. So this is it. The board.
Oh, that's to me or that's to Elray and Chris?
All three. That was to everybody.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And make sure you follow your boy XWorthF on all social media. Make sure you follow my podcast and adventure travels. I'm not sure when it's gonna be dropping. With the year I'm going to Coachella, London, Barcelona, Miami, a couple other places I'm sure. And make sure, trying my best. Make sure you follow your boy Elray at Elray_Jetson. My guy Chris PVD.versus.everybody, and my guy Q Miyama _Q. Make sure you follow him. Send to the moon. Slide in his DMs. We'll have another one. Get it, baby.